What's up guys, this is Rise and welcome to another video where Scuba Wonder 77 has sent us in some Shadow Meganium and Gigalith battles with Chandelure in the back. Very spicy, very cool Ultra League team, and we're going to see how this team performs with some fun picks in the Ultra League. First game against Pineapple the Pidgey, who I've interacted with before, trainer I know of, so this will be a fun one here. Shadow Meganium catches an amazing lead against Blastoise, and Pidgey's staying in, so must be double weak to this Meganium, I would presume. But this is a really dominant matchup for Meganium, a really good Ultra League Mon if you have the XLs for it. And we're seeing him shield the Blastoise, so I wonder what the heck could be in back. If it's like triple water or something. Lets it go. In comes Charm 9, and it's met by Candle. And then there's Tentacruel. So, was probably better off swapping like the Tentacruel immediately than staying in with the Blastoise. And now Chandelure doesn't do that bad against Tentacruel, right? Because although Tentacruel's going to resist... Okay, just going to let it go. Oh, and yeah, because he knows it's a... he knows it's a Charm 9 in the back. So Gigalith is just going to go to town here. Oh my goodness gracious. Gonna shield the Scald. Scald gets shielded. And gonna fully smack it down. And I don't know if you stay in here at this point. That was weird. That looked like 2 charms. Oh no, it should be 2 charms. Never mind. 3 turn versus 3 turn. Meteor Beam connects. And does a ton of damage. Next battle. Here we go. Meganium versus Nido. Gonna safe swap the Chandelure. Chandelure is met by Trev. I wonder if Chandelure can flip this if you commit shields. I'm not sure. Because the Incinerates are really chunking. You know, I think, yeah, if Trev shields, they will be able to Shadow Claw down. But the Trev just had to go down 2 shields. So, like, is it worth it? I don't know. Now you got to decide what you want to absorb this on. Going to come in Meganium. I think lagged a turn there, so didn't get the Vine Whip through. That's unfortunate. And they bait with a Seed Bomb. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Going to double shield, though. Going to double shield. Shields the Shadow Ball. And gets a nice little Vine Whip down here. Meganium definitely threatening with energy. And going for the EQ. It's a CMP, but Meganium should live a Poison Fang here. And then it'll pretty much come down to what's in the back. Earthquake might one-shot from this range. Shadow on Shadow. Bang! It one-shots, and there's a Walrein in the back. Now, can... Oh, Gigalith actually outpaces. Superpower might not KO. And Earthquake probably will after the debuff. But Walrein is so low, even if it KOs, which it does, Meganium can just Vine Whip down. 1 Vine Whip is all it takes. And it's on to the next one. Meganium into Obstagoon. This is where you want to see the Obstagoon, because a bit of a core breaker for the back line. Neither Pokemon in the back wants to see this fella. I guess Chandelure can actually do okay against it, because it can probably live 1 Night Slash in Ultra League, and the Incinerates and Flame Charges will, of course, add up. Obstagoon going for another move here. Gonna commit a shield, because he knows the Goon is a bit tough for his back line. And there is a Giratina. Interesting. Going for the EQ here. Needs some chip damage. And then gonna go in Gigalith. Gigalith just relatively bulky, right? Gonna be able to absorb these moves from the Giratina. The problem is you don't have any threatening charge moves until you get to that Meteor Beam. Superpower is going to do absolutely nothing to this Giratina. Dragon Claw coming through. Dragon Claw's chipping away for neutral damage. Oh, I would have liked to see him throw that Meteor Beam right away, but maybe he feels like he can farm down here and come out with a lot of energy. So that makes sense, actually. That's probably the better play. Yeah, that's smart. Now you've got double Superpower if it's Goon. And hopefully you live this counter. So even if they shield... Oh, they don't shield. Oh, baby, gets off a Meteor Beam here. This is nice. And I would probably swap into something to not switch lock yourself. Yep, I like it. So now Cresselia is going to have to expend energy to knock out the Meganium. They go for Grass. Now that's a misplay. That's not going to be enough, and that allows Meganium to get this off. if Cresselia had simply just gone for the Moonblast, I think they might have been able to win this. But if this is Grass Knot Moonblast, Candle's going to have a grand old time here against Cresselia. Let's see, it's going to be a Moonblast. It is. Look at that. So, right, so like if the Crest had just taken out Meganium, right, they would still have the shield. And you see 2 Moonblasts plus Psycho Cuts might have made it close. But Chandelure gets the win. Another Obstagoon lead. We are big Obstagoon fans ourselves over here. And let's see how this trainer is able to play this. Night Slash. No boost, luckily. Meganium looking fierce. Looking angry. Looking mad. Lands the Frenzy Plant. And going to be a CMP here. You live this, so you don't necessarily need to shield. And if they shield, I would even consider just like going straight into Chandelure. Okay, they let it go, so you win switch. But Giratina comes in, and as we know, this is kind of rough. Because this is not a very comfortable matchup for Gigalith. But I guess you just hope that maybe Chandelure will have a positive matchup in the back. Gigalith hanging in there. Dragon Claw is going to be spamming off left and right. This is pretty brutal. This is pretty brutal. If Giratina shields the Meteor Beam, they can probably just sweep here. Okay, go for the Meteor Beam. Just praying by some chance they don't shield. They don't shield, okay. They don't shield. And now you put it all on Candle. Oh, wait, what? No! Needed to save the shield. It might be okay anyway, though. It looks like 3 Incinerates KO. Night Slash tanks it. Yo! 3 Incinerates KO. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. That's wild. Poor Caesar. That's like one of the very few things that would not have beat up 2 shields. Opponent is definitely kicking themselves for not shielding that Meteor Beam. They're like, I'm just going to save 2 shields for Caesar as a closer. It's going to put in work. Unfortunately, it could not put in work against the Chandelure. Going for a Flame Charge here. And now Flame Charge here. Going to grab the shield from Walrein. Gonna shield and return. I feel like Walrein outpaces though here, right? No. Gets the farm down. Perfect. And, oh, this is amazing. Gonna get off the boosted Shadow Ball that Charizard has to shield. And you just let this go down. And you've got Gigalith lined up with Charizard. Beautiful. Smack it on down. First time we've gotten to see Gigalith lined up with Charizard. Eats the Blast Burn, no problem. Comes here, and this is a bit of a core breaker as well. Because this definitely beats Meganium, but as you see, the Frenzies chunk so much. Oh, and they don't have Sacred Sword, so it doesn't really beat Meganium. And Frenzy going to knock out. Charizard going to get some farm, but that's totally fine. This is so dominant here that you could probably just shield this to be safe. Nice bait by the opponent with Dragon Claw. And gonna smack on down. Mr. Sirfetch'd, the Mighty Duck, is the opponent. Meganium threatens to like really just one-shot Sirfetch'd with these Frenzies. Versus you don't really have to respect the moves from Sirfetch'd unless it's like a Brave Bird or a close combat. Earthquake, gonna get the chip. And honestly, I would commit no shields here, even if they take you out. Because, well, I guess you could argue, like, you get off the damage against Sirfetch'd, but I feel like you almost don't want Switch here, because you could get, like, an Incinerate down or a Vine Whip down. I guess I take it back. This is an uncomfortable amount of health where you can't really farm it down. So this is probably the right play. Forced to throw the superpower, at least we'll have another superpower for Sirfetch'd. And then maybe you throw it and you get out of there if it lets you. Might have got the denial there, which could be nice. Might allow him to switch out. Not going to bother. Just going to let him get the counter down. Comes in with Candle. And they swap in Trev. Oh my god. Okay. Gonna swap in Meg and force Trevenant to throw. I think you let this go for sure. If it's a Seed Bomb, you live. They go for the Shadow Ball. That's the right play. If you're Trev, you just gotta throw a Seed Bomb here. But the maybe you had to commit to the farm down though. I don't know. Oh, okay. Close game. Wow. Close game, man. 5-turn moves, I consider, is so clunky. It's so hard to tell, like, who's going to farm down who first. Swaps the Chandelure after the bad Charizard lead. They swap in Goon. I'm pretty sure Candle can flip this in, like, the 2s as long as Goon doesn't boost. And I think you gotta go for a switch here. So, he's gonna shield the Night Slash. And yeah, look at this. It doesn't look like Goon's going to get to a 3rd Night Slash, in my opinion. It might. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if this next Incinerate KOs or if he'll need 2 Incinerates. A little bit tough to judge, but it might KO. And it does not. Goon hangs on, and Chandelure gets the farm. That's just nasty. I like the play to just Shadow Ball here immediately to make sure Charizard doesn't outpace you to a Claw. And Charizard's going to have to throw here. Could have farmed a little more, but going to throw. Now you've got the alignment you need. And as long as Meganium has play against what's in back, should be pretty comfortable here. Charizard going to throw its move, but it's just getting shredded by these smackdowns. Claw doesn't do that much. Goes for the catch on a potential Grass Knot. Nasty. Oh, nasty catch. Opponent might want to be a little bit more aware of that, but it kind of makes sense, right? You kind of want to get rid of the Gigalith before it gets to a potential Meteor Beam, so can't fault the opponent too much there. Almost that double Frenzy, which should get the Cresselia quite low. Oh wow, no, it's actually gonna take it out. Over farming, kind of unnecessary, but it makes sense, right? If you can potentially get off a move against Charizard, Overfarm makes sense. And let's go. Meganium. Shadow Meganium beats Shadow Charizard. You heard it here first. In certain situations. Not usually. Alright, terrific lead against Jelly. They swap in Walrein. And going to swap in Gigalith. Now, Walrein's coverage makes it tough for these situations, right? Because Earthquake's going to just be devastating if they land it. Makes the correct shield. Very nice. I think we'll have to throw here eventually. Oh. I think they got there, right? I think they got there. Okay, so you got all the energy in the world, but you did go down 2 shields, so not ideal. Jelly probably comes back. Oh, Scrafty. Probably wanted to go for double superpower. But got the shield anyway, so this kind of works out. Now the question is, do you leave here? Do you swap Meganium? No, you just let yourself get farmed. This is tricky though, right? Because now, Scrafty's got all this energy. You're forced to come in with the Candle. This foul play is going to do some big damage. So you're kind of just sacrificing Candle and hoping Meganium can sweep. But this is really good. If you're the opponent, I think you were better off just staying in Scrafty. Instead, they swap Jelly. And this is only a Bubble Beam, right? And Scrafty is nearing Frenzy Plant range. Because of the debuff, we'll probably need 2 Frenzies. So this is going to be close, but no. Meganium's just going to outpace. People forget how good Vine Whip is in terms of energy generation. It's a wing attack clone, right? I think. Same move. Everyone's talking about how busted wing attack is these days, but Vine Whip, same move. Next opponent rocking the air guitar. Walrein versus Meg, so gonna stay in here, it appears. I'm going to tank it. I wonder if he's going to swap after the Frenzy or if he's just going to let Meganium go down. Gonna throw the Frenzy. I would imagine Walrein shields since they can simply outpace here. They don't. What? Walrein, bro. I don't know if I agree with the decision to swap out. I don't hate it. But this could be like... Oh, they Brave Bird? Oh my god. Go for the Shadow Ball. It could be double Fire Flyer, right? Like Charizard and Talon. Gonna double shield. Interesting. They go for another Brave Bird. Opponent is not fooling around. I like going for the Flame Charge here. This should KO after all the debuffs. Grabs a shield and should win CMP here. Yeah, win CMP. And now you're going to have a double boosted Chandelure against whatever's in back. Oh, and it's a Trev. The Incinerate's chunking. Trev's going to get a big farm down. So this is still not over. Can Gigalith live 2 Seed Bombs? I don't think so. Oh, they Shadow Ball. That's not efficient, trainer. So I think that's an example of a Pokemon the opponent just hadn't seen before. And maybe they were thinking like Steel type or something. Maybe they're thinking Seed Bomb was like neutral. But if you're the opponent, I think you can win this by simply over farming. Because he threw this really early, right? Let's replay this here real quick. Rewind. Instant replay with Rise. Your Go Battle League coach. I'll see you at practice. Next upload. So, Chandelure is going to take out the opponent here with a Flame Charge. We're going to see Trev get the farm down. So, Trev's got, what, like 7 here or so? Gigalith hasn't entered the battle yet. Gigalith is not a threat, really. It's got no energy, and he Shadow Balls right away, which gives him the opportunity to be one Vine Whip away. So if you're the Trev, I think you got to overfarm there as much as possible. Make sure you have energy, a Seed Bomb always loaded in the bank to threaten the Meganium. But, I mean, it's definitely a Pokemon you don't see very often. Who knows? Could be the first time that player has seen it. And how about this, dude? Shiny Shadow Gliscor with Fury Cutter. Opponent's trying to get on Spicy Saturday. Opponent, send it in, bro. That's a pretty cool pick. Fury Cutter, Shiny Shadow. Night Slash, chunking away. You know, I don't know if Fury Cutter, though, like, makes sense. Because it just doesn't do much damage, and it's only slightly better energy generation than Wing Attack, right? Actually, no, it's the same, right? 1 turn, 4 energy, so it's the same as Wing Attack in terms of energy. So yeah, I think Wing Attack's just strictly better. Poor Gigalith was so young. Just gets one shot by the Swampert Hydro Cannon. Gonna come in here with Meganium. It's gonna be a CMP. I don't think you live. Yeah, so unfortunately you have to shield the resisted Hydro Cannon. Because Chandelure would have a tough time getting rid of that Swampert. Frenzy Plant here will knock out. You're up a shield. Maybe shield to just get rid of this? No, gonna put it all on Chandelure. That makes sense as well. Because I think you just shield once, unless you just want to take the Night Slash. Oh, gets a free sneak. Opponent actually could have lost CMP there if we had thrown right away. They go for the EQ. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And now G-Fisk here. So personally, I think the opponent probably would have been better off throwing Night Slash and then maybe swapping into G-Fisk. But perhaps they thought he would let it go. Tough lead here into Articuno. Gonna swap in Candle. They're staying in. And here comes Swampert. So this is tough. It's kind of like Hard Counter City so far. But Meganium will get a nice little farm down probably. You gotta let it... Oh, okay. Gonna throw the Shadow Ball right away. If he gets both shields, this could be kind of nice. Oh! Oh my god, dude. Chandelure is about to flip the Swampert matchup straight Shadow Ball. Granted, the Articuno did several Ice Shards before swapping out, but that is nasty. And that's the pro of running some of these unique mons, is like people don't know how to play them. Like, you see Chandelure, you go Swampert right away. Just don't overthink it. Man, Articuno taking a lot of damage, and only to be eventually met by a Gigalith that's gonna hard wall it. Oh boy. Oh, get out of there, Articuno. Get out of there. Should be in a pretty good spot here. Oh my goodness gracious, catching the grass knot again. Oh, okay, it's a Moonblast this time. But is in a really comfortable position. As you can see, Meganium, based off its health from that Moonblast, should be able to tank another. And another Frenzy might just be about enough to take out Cress. And you still have a very healthy Gigalith in the back. Cress actually went for the Future Sight. So, Articuno will probably get a Ice Shard down here. But unfortunately, Meteor Beam is loaded. And I'm pretty sure, comments, that this is going to KO. Bang! Look at that. Big time Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam, Meteor Mash. Those are some pretty cool moves. And a nice showing. And a shiny Vulpix to cap it off for this trainer. Wow. What a video. What's from Scuba Wonder 77. Fun battles, man. Thank you very much for the submission. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, comment down below. Also, send me your Master League battles. As some of you guys know, I'm not the biggest grinder in the world. I don't have the biggest Master League arsenal. So if you guys love yourselves some Master League, make sure to send me some Master League submissions so I can feature more of your battles for this next week of Master League. All that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.